today. So we're going to talk about after death. After death. That's going to be this conversation today. So just come on in. This is going to be a very interesting conversation today because of life issues and things that take place. And we know that if you are part of this fraternal order of the Masons and Eastern Stars, you're part of this great society, you know that at the end of your journey, you're supposed to receive those rites of passage as far as burial ceremonies is concerned. There's a special burial ceremonies that the Eastern Star gives and that the Masons give. They vary from state to state, jurisdiction to jurisdiction, do it a little bit differently, but that is something that is usually done for a brother Mason and for a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. Greetings, everybody who's coming on. Please hit the like button. I'm not going to be on here long today, but we're going to have this conversation because I thought about it. I've done Masonic burials for quite a few Masonic brothers and sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star. Greetings, Brother Charles. And what I've found, I'm just going to share with you what I've personally found, and you can take this back with you and give that some serious thought. You who are members of the Eastern Stars and the Freemasons, you who are members, and those of you who are not members, I just need for you for a moment to think about when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done, it's over. Your eyes don't open no more on this side. What is going to be said about you? What are they going to do after you're gone? And I'm going to give you a brief insight. Something that you probably already know but hadn't really paid attention to. This is how it goes down when you leave this place. First, the word goes out that you have passed away. And for those family members and for those who were close to you, they're going to cry, they're going to be hurt, they're going to be angry. And even if you was expected to go, they are still going to be hurt, they're still going to be angry. They're going to be emotionally just feeling it. They're going to go through a lot of ups and downs in their head. Did I say bye? Did I say hello? Did I love him enough? Did I love her enough? A lot of things is going to be going on. What's up, Brother William Woodson? A lot of things are going to be taking place during that moment after the phone call has been gone out, after you have received that. People are going to be feeling a certain way. And then after the initial phone call has gone out, the next day, they're going to start planning for you your final resting place. Whether you're going to be cremated or whether you're going to have a casket burial, they're going to start to plan your journey to the other side. It's going to be in the planning. They're going to go to the funeral home. They're going to say, okay, he needs to be cremated. She needs to be cremated. No, we want this color casket. We want that color casket. We need this done. We need that done. Here are the people who are going to be the pallbearers. Here are the people that's going to speak. Here are the people that's going to do this and do that. They're going to start planning your transition. Once your transition has been planned, they're going to probably end up going back to your home, your family. It's going to go back to their home. People are going to start making reservations to come visit and to see how the family is going. And then if you had a job, your job is probably going to send its condolences. Those who you've worked with for the many years are going to probably send their condolences. Everybody's going to be saying something in regards to who you were to them, because who you were to your wife or to your husband is not who you were or are to someone else. It's not going to go down that way. Everybody has a different story to tell about you. Depends on where they met you at in life. After this has taken place and everybody has come to the place to where you're going to be laid to rest in that box, where they call this box the valley of the shadow of death. This is where they're going to lay you. And when they lay you there and all the words have been said, all of the good things have been said or mentioned about you, and some of the bad stuff you probably done and said, and all of that, they're going to gather around at the place and probably eat. People are going to bring food, eat. They're going to celebrate you for that day. For that day, you're going to be celebrated. Oh man, everybody's going to be laughing and crying and celebrating you for that day. You're not going to even be there to see it. You're not going to even be there to enjoy it. Then, after that is said and done, the family began to go through your items. If you left an insurance policy, or if you left money, or whatever you may have left for them, to do certain things you want to have done, they're going to go through and they're going to read it. And some people are going to be pissed off at you because you didn't leave them anything. I thought he was better than that. You didn't leave them nothing. So some people are going to be upset with you, even when you dead. Then the family's going to go through your jewelry. They're going to go through your Masonic stuff. They're going to go through your OES stuff. And they're going to kind of figure out, if you don't have it written down, who should we give this to? Because it doesn't mean anything to them like it meant to you. So if you was always with the Lodge brothers, and they know who the Lodge brothers are, they may even say, hey, come by, we want to give you this. And then they may say, no, we're not giving you nothing, because he spent all that time with you guys and you really didn't do nothing for him. You really didn't do nothing for her, but they spent all the time in the world. When we wanted to go on vacation, they was going to Grand Session. When we wanted to go on vacation, they was going to Supreme Session. When we was going here, they was going there. We didn't get the time to spend with him that you got. We didn't get the time to spend with her that you got. The family's pissed off. Plain and simple, they're upset. Especially if they don't understand the craft, especially if they don't understand the Freemasons, and knowing that that is, you really enjoyed the company of those individuals, they pissed. So they may not give you anything. And on the other side of that, if the family understands the craft, if the family understands the sisterhood, they may say, you know what? Yeah, come on by. We'll give that to you. Or maybe they left it written out who they want their books to go to, who they want their regalia to go to. Maybe they have it written out. Or maybe, within your jurisdiction, you have a big, beautiful building. Maybe he donated it all to the building. That can happen too. And even with that happening, the family can be like, nah, we ain't giving you nothing. Greetings. So even after you've gone, there's some discussion going on to what should be given and who should receive it. Even after that. Then time is going to pass. Your job is going to replace you. Your family is going to move on. Life is going to go back to somewhat normal, although you're not there. People are going to remember you, but not really remember you. They're going to speak of you, but not really speak of you. And time is going to go, and you are going to be forgotten. Time is going to go on, and you are going to be forgotten. Every now and then, those who really loved you, those who really knew you, are going to speak highly of you every now and then. They're going to say, that guy, that lady, they was fired, they was great. They're going to speak highly of you. And then they're going to be gone. And pretty soon, if you didn't leave your mark on this place, everything you thought that you was in for the ride for is forgotten. Nobody remembers your name. Nobody knew the contribution that you left. And pretty soon, you're going to be a forgotten person, because you took your life and just misused it and mistreated it. And now you're gone, and nobody knows who you were and what work you did. They don't know what volunteering that you did. They don't know the blessings that you passed down to somebody, because you didn't do nothing. you was such and such in the Freemasons. You was such and such in the Eastern Star. You didn't leave a mark. So you're forgotten. Nobody gives a damn. The job replaced you. As a matter of fact, when you was gone, after that week, they was looking for someone to replace you. Oh, no doubt about it. After you was gone, within about 6 months, ain't nobody talking about you no more if you didn't do anything. If you didn't leave any footprints in somebody's life. I call it concrete now. Not footprints in the sand, because sand washes away, but concrete footprints in somebody's life. If you hadn't did that, and when you're gone, you're forgotten. You are a forgotten person. But if you leave some trinkets along the way, if you leave something that's going to inspire someone, if you leave that insurance policy that says when baby girl gets of an age, she receives this $100,000, but she has to do these things to get it, that's going to be impressionable. When you leave land, when you leave something tangible, granddaddy left us this land, and you can't sell the land, you can only pay the taxes and live on it. That's something that they ain't gonna forget, because they know where the land comes from. When you leave some real tangible things for someone that's gonna always remember you and what you've done for them, you won't be forgotten. You're gonna live on. Like those that we know today. We can speak highly of them. You know, this person, that person. You can speak highly of what they've done, because they left their footprints in your life in concrete. They didn't leave it in the sand, they left it in concrete. So you can always think back. You can always go and see the picture. You can always do those things. But if that person didn't impart anything into you, you're forgotten soul. You're just one of the many billions that have come through this door. And now you're gone. Death. After death is something. Your mother gone, your daddy gone, your sisters are gone. Unless you remember them, nobody else does. Only you. Unless they have done something for someone that's going to be tangible in their life, they're forgotten soul. It's truth. You know, it's truth. And it's something that, you know, we need to sometimes think about. You know, that is sometimes you need to like look at it and say, well, damn, what did I actually do to improve Freemasonry? I was 35 years. What did I actually do? 10 years, what did I actually do? Did I always just bicker over some nonsense? Or did I actually leave something so someone else can go back and say, damn, that brother, that sister, oh wow, you know, they are not going to be forgotten if that's what you do. But if you don't do it, be it good or bad or indifferent, if you didn't do it, it's forgotten. There are so many of us who have done things for people and have left our footprints in their lives. Those things should never be forgotten. But as soon as you're gone, as soon as you transition, everybody's going to remember something you did. But after the years pass, you just somebody that came through the doors and now you're gone. Nobody remembers you. You just like the sands of time slipping through the hourglass. Nobody remembers you. Just like a blade of grass that grows up and cut down. Nobody remembers you. You did nothing. You wasted that time between the time you was here and the time you left. You wasted it. Over what? Oh, you got a couple of kids. You got a couple of kids. And you didn't leave them nothing. Nothing to really remember you by. You didn't enhance their lives by leaving them something tangible. Oh, you left them some good words. You left them some good knowledge. But you didn't leave anything for them to progress in life. Knowledge is great. Wisdoms and words of kindness and good, that's great. But they need something here, something tangible here to push them forward. They need that little lift. What if you pass away and you left your family in a well-to-do position? Oh man, when dad had it down, mom had it down, man, when they left us well off. So that teaches them to leave their kids well off. And it teaches them, hey, you know, this didn't come overnight. This came through pain and suffering. Somebody had to die so you can be better well off. Plain and simple. So we pass away and we leave our families our debts. We leave them our debts, you know. We leave them our debts. We need to be able to leave them something that's going to put them in a better position. And you got to make sure that whatever you leave them, that it's not something that they can just throw away. I don't want it. No, you have to earn it. If you want this $100,000 that's left in the insurance policy, here's what you got to do to get it, and here's what you got to do to keep it. If you can't do these things, it goes to the next person. See, now you got to think. Now that person you left that $100,000 to, or the family member you left it to, or whomever you left it to, they got to step their game up, because they know they won't have this long if they don't follow these rules and regulations that you have left. See, now they know that. And this is what we have to do. So after you're gone from here, your legacy is not forgotten. It's solidified in the minds and the memories of those thousands and hundreds of people that you touched. They can go back and read the book you wrote. You wrote a book, they can go back and read that book and see that, hey, look what Dad wrote a book. Man, that's special. Look at Mom. Mom did this. And she touched millions of lives. She volunteered here, and she put her heart and soul. She educated people. Wow. She ain't forgotten. You know, my brother did this. So now, when people see you, they can say, you're the daughter, you're the son of such and such. Man, let me tell you about your dad. Oh, dude, let me tell you about your mom. Oh, wow. Really? My mom did that? Yeah, man. Man, you don't even know. So when we look at this thing, this life journey that we're going through, it says that in the Masonic burial, it says, brothers and families were gathered around the final resting place of our beloved brother. Tyler sword. You know, it talks about the Tyler sword, how death has entered the doors, and that even with the Tyler being at the door, he couldn't stop death. It says, our poor brother who lies in his narrow house of death, overtaken by a fate that sooner or later will overtake us all, teaching each of us a valuable lesson, but sooner or later, each one of us must go through this valley of the shadow of death. Then it goes on, it talks about man being like a flower, for he comes forth as a flower and is soon cut down. It tells you about the numbers of days that man has. Your days, you have a number of days. It's what you do with them. And then once that ticket is punched and those days are no longer, oh yeah, buddy, they're gonna talk about you. Good, bad, or ugly. Those who knew you in the different facets, they're gonna talk about you, because look, one thing for sure, everybody don't know you the same way. Everybody got different things to say about you because of where they met you at in life. You know, people gonna say, well, I remember Hawkins when he first came into the lodge, that young guy. Oh, I remember when he became the Grand Junior Warden, or I remember when he did this, or I remember when he did that. Those are different points and stages in life. Oh, I remember when he was an older guy sitting on the porch telling me about his life. Oh, I remember. See, people are going to have certain things to say about you where they met you at. If you're a gangster and you was banging, them gangsters going to talk about you where they met you at, because they probably still gangstering and banging. And then when you join the church, when you join the mosque, when you decide to get your life together, those people who were there are going to talk about you when you got your life together. Man, that guy was on fire. People are going to talk about you where they meet you at in life. So as you go through this whole journey, as you venture out and spread your wings, and you look at this thing for what it is, after death, what are they going to say about you? The brothers will be gathered around your grave talking about this this occasion, which represents everlasting life. And they place it in the casket. They place it upon the casket. And they talk about this apron, which is a badge of a Mason, and how honorable it is. And then they place it on the casket. And then they throw their hands up and they talk about, oh Lord, my. They do all that stuff. And when it's all over, said and done, they all walk away. It is said that it's best to go to the house of the feasting than the house of the mourners. And why does it say it's best to go to the house of the feasting than the house of the mourning? Celebrate death. You're like, what? What? No. No. What do you mean, brother? What do you mean? No, man. It's a transition. It's a transition, you know? And you have to be able to understand that a lot of things that they show us in the movies, these things just didn't happen overnight when somebody, well, I want to show a spaceship, or I want to show this. There's some lie, there's some real stuff in that. You have to be able to decipher it. There's some real stuff to it. When people talk about speaking to the ancestors, there's some real stuff to it. And I can only speak upon my own experience when I say some real stuff to it, because my mom has been gone about 4 years. Do I miss her physically? Yeah. But you know what? Spiritually, I connect with her all the time. All the time. You know, a year or so ago, Brother Debo, dear brother of mine, I never met him before, only on my social group. Brother Debo Taylor. That brother passed away, I cried like a baby. I did, and I miss him dearly. But I connect with him all the time. That brother touched me, and he wasn't even in my lives. But that's the connection that you get with certain individuals who are true to themselves. I can still talk about him as if he's here today, just like I talk about my mom, my brother, my sisters, those who have touched my lives. I can talk about them. Not as though they're here today, but they're still here. They're here because I'm here. They're not forgotten. They live because I live. So what they gonna say after you gone? What did you contribute to somebody's life to help them to be in a better place? What did you do? Did you always cut them down? Oh man, I ain't fucking, he ain't no good, dog. I ain't messing with him. He ain't worth nothing. Or did you say, you know what? This dude just need a hand up. He don't need a handout. See, can I help him up? And once you help him up, and he goes back to the gutter, he likes the gutter. I mean, he likes the gutter. She likes the streets. You go get someone, you clean them up, and they go right back to it. That's what they like. It ain't personal. It ain't personal. But they can't say you didn't give them the chance. They can't say the opportunity wasn't there. This is why when you get places in your life, when you go through these different stages in life, and you come up, everybody that was with you in the beginning ain't gonna be with you when you come up. Because some people don't like to come up. Some people like the gutter. They like the stench. I'm from the hood. Okay. If that's what you like, if that's what you like to claim, I'm from the hood. I'm from the projects. Do you understand the words? The words. The projects. Go look up the word project. Go look up the word hood, ghettos. I'm from the scum. I'm from the slums. Nobody wants to be from the scums and slums. But if that's where you come from, you don't have to stay there. If you're from the hood, the ghettos, the projects, the slums and scums, you don't have to stay there. Go back and get somebody. And if that person don't like the fact that you came back and you got him or her, and they still like the slums and the scums and the ghettos, let them be. Let them be. It's okay. You know? A bus leaves, a plane leaves every day wherever you're at in this country. You don't have to stay there. And I'm not saying that it's going to be easy to leave and go start anew. I didn't say that. I said that it leaves. You have to make that choice. You know? So, I think brothers that represent their hood or areas are those who are proud to have made it out. Yeah, look, just because, and I hear what you're saying, those brothers who represent their hoods, look, this is true. This is true. I'm not saying go and get broke, but I'm saying that this is true. Go back, talk to that hood, and say it doesn't have to be a hood anymore. It doesn't have to be a ghetto anymore. It doesn't have to be. If I got out and I'm well off, I can go back and say it doesn't have to be that way. But if you want to keep it this way, it's going to stay this way. If you like the hood and this is what you call it, it's going to stay the hood. If you like the projects, because we know there are different projects no matter where you at, it's going to stay the project, but it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't have to be that way. You know? It's okay to say, you know what? I come from Ohio and I'm representing Ohio and I came from this part, that part. But wherever you come from, if you have made it out and you can show another person how to get out, do that. It doesn't have to stay the hood. It doesn't. You know? And before I go, I'm gonna say this before I leave. In regards to people who say black lives doesn't matter. Black life doesn't matter to those who take the life of a black man or a black woman. But to put all black people in one category, that's the biggest lie. We've been lied on and lied about so long to some of us just believe the lie. And I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't know who you've been messing with, but I don't. I mean, if I got out of a bad situation and I can bring somebody else out of a bad situation and we doing good together, somebody else can come along too. But if you don't want to come along, it's okay. Everybody don't like being free. Everybody don't like being free. And it's all right. It's really, really okay. But don't put all black people in the same box. All black people. Oh, if black people would only do this, if black people would only do that. Don't do that. We're individuals. You know, we have our own thought, our own process. We do. You have to find out those who look like you, who want to be successful, and you want to be successful. That's where you go. That's where you go. For those of you who know me personally, I'm not going to mess with you if you don't want to be successful. I'm not. No. Because why? Why should I mess with you if you don't want to be successful? If you're going to be better than me at anything, be better than me. Hell, as a matter of fact, I'll push you up. Shit, I just don't do that to my people. I don't do that to mine. I've been hurt by black people. Yeah, I have. Shit, I'm black. That's who I deal with. But it doesn't give me the right to go back and slander everybody. That's why I don't shop there. That's why I don't do business with black people. No, I don't have that right. That's not cool. But look, I'm going to have to sign off. I appreciate everybody for tuning in today. And I want you to be blessed wherever you're at. Enjoy your life. And along the way, you know, take somebody else with you if they want to be successful too. Peace and be well. And whatever you do, remember this. I'm not your study guide. I'm just here to help you study. Keep your light on. Stay out the bushes. Peace.